Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to make curry pork and potatoes for you, and I'm very excited for this video. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. First things first is we gotta peel some potatoes, so I'll just go ahead and do that. I'm pretty sure this is something everybody knows how to do, but honestly I wish I could peel potatoes that fast because that would save so much time. Okay, once we have all of those peeled, we're going to go ahead and start to dice these, and we want to make these into pretty big dice. Whatever size you want to cut your meat into, you want your potatoes to match. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut all of these potatoes up, and then we're going to set them in a bowl and set that aside for a little bit later on. So we're going to move on to cutting up our onion. So just go ahead, clean it off. I would suggest to use a whole one. I only used half of one because that's all I had. Anyways, we're just going to cut this up into a medium dice, and then we will move over to our stove and continue this recipe over there. So over a medium-high heat, we're just going to take a nice deep pot. I took about a medium-sized pot. And I'm just going to go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil to it. Once the oil has started to get hot, I'm going to go ahead and start to brown my meat. So as you see, the oil is starting to bubble up. So I'm just going to put all of the meat in with a spoon because I don't want this to splash on my hands or anything. And then you just want to brown your meat until all of the outsides turn from pink to a whitish brown. Once the meat has browned, we're going to go ahead and scoop out a little bit of that excess oil and fat that came out of the meat. And then we're going to remove all of the meat from the pot and just add it to the bowl with our diced potatoes. Okay, so now the meat is removed, we're going to go ahead and saute the onions. We're just going to cook those until they are a golden brown. Once our onions are sauteed, we're going to go ahead and start adding in our spices. So I'm going to go in with 3 tablespoons of curry powder, as well as 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, and salt and pepper to taste. And you can be a little bit more generous with the salt and pepper just because potatoes do like to soak up a lot of seasoning. And then we are just going to go ahead and mix this in with our onions for about a minute. And a lot of it's going to stick to the bottom of the pot, but that's okay because when we add in our cup of chicken broth, it's going to help to deglaze the pan and lift up a lot of that seasoning and good stuff from the bottom of our pot. So I'm just going to go ahead and let that boil for about a minute before moving on to adding in our coconut milk. I went in with a whole can of coconut milk, so that's probably about 1.5 cups. And then we are just going to mix this through and then add back in our potatoes and our pork from earlier. I'm then going to go in with about a tablespoon of thyme before bringing this up to a boil and then reducing it to a simmer for about 40 minutes to an hour. You want your potatoes to be tender and the meat to be cooked through, and when it is, that's when you know you're all done. Before serving, you definitely want to check for salt and pepper, make sure it's well seasoned, and if you want it to be spicier, you can add in a habanero pepper at the same time when we added in the thyme. And if you don't like spice but somebody else does, just add some hot sauce on afterwards. But with that, guys, we are done. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe for new videos every Monday and Thursday, and leave comments below for what you guys want me to cook next time. And until next time, bye!